When first learning about ecofeminist philosophy, I was struck by how it was a philosophy that considered the morality of the relationships of beings, rather than the beings alone or the experiences of beings that utilitarians see as the maker of consideration, or the marker rather. The idea of relationships also spread to how we humans conceptualize our world. While at first I read about holism and felt it summed up my sentiments, reading about the way in which ecofeminist philosophy allowed for separation with cooperation and appreciation gave me pause. I find this idea to be so useful not only in our consideration of nature, but in general life, which makes sense considering this philosophy has origins of social justice. This concept of relationships is the first part I'll point out about my piece. As you'll later see, the parrotfish, the beet, and the tree woman figure are all separated by their color zones. None of the objects themselves touch, but I use the colors to illustrate the relationships between beings or organisms within our biosphere. As you can see when I create the colors, the green is actually a result of the yellow and blue layering each other, which speaks to the simple joy that the relation between two organisms can produce. Secondly, the three objects themselves don't really have too much meaning to me, but they do together represent the groups that are oppressed and identified in ecofeminist philosophy: women, nature, and other human others. I considered a few different ways of presenting these images and realized that the equality of their size helped equally emphasize their struggle living in a society that inflicts upon its members a logic of dominance. I'll touch on the tree woman briefly. This image is my little homage to holism that I sometimes feel so deeply with the natural world. The pose of the figure is half meditation, the legs rooting into the earth, and half a liberation with arms outstretched. Again, this figure serves as a reflection of my own interaction with nature, as well as representation of an oppressed group. Third, I chose an art piece because it is a time-consuming and highly involved task. Also, apart from the camera, it's not based in technology. I felt it was important for this project to create something tactile that could be more and more important to me as I put more work into it. And eventually, this piece will fade and crumble and be thrown away, but expending myself for it is still worth it. Lastly, I chose an art piece because you feel art. You don't think about it, or you don't think it. Art taps into your being and uses different systems in your brain. You can't rationalize art and enjoy it. I like the link this thought has to the way in which ecofeminist philosophy leaves monistic rationalization and favors looking into contexts and perspectives within a pluralistic lens. It allows for a connection between the philosophy and the world that I find similar to the connection between art and its audience.